Before the Russian invasion in 2022, Ukraine's defense industry was a shadow of its former self. The industry was heavily reliant on outdated Soviet-era equipment and technology. Years of underfunding and neglect had left it ill-prepared for a large-scale conflict. While Ukraine possessed a sizable military force on paper, its ability to defend against a modern adversary like Russia was questionable. The need for modernization was evident, but the resources and political will were lacking. The collapse of the Soviet Union had a profound impact on Ukraine's defense industry. Many factories and research facilities that were once part of a vast military-industrial complex were left in disarray. The loss of critical supply chains and skilled personnel further hampered the industry's ability to innovate and compete on the global stage. Despite these challenges, Ukraine possessed a strong industrial base and a skilled workforce, particularly in areas like aerospace engineering and heavy machinery. These capabilities, though dormant, held the potential for revitalization. What Ukraine lacked was a catalyst, a spark to ignite its defense industry and propel it into the 21st century. Little did the world know, that catalyst would arrive in the form of a full-scale invasion by its neighbor to the east. The Russian invasion would mark a turning point, not only for Ukraine's sovereignty, but also for the future of its defense industry. The Russian invasion of Ukraine in February 2022 sent shockwaves throughout the world. It also galvanized international support for the embattled nation. Within days, a coalition of countries came together to form the Ukraine Defense Contact Group, or UDCG. The UDCG's mission was clear: provide Ukraine with the military and financial assistance it needed to defend itself against Russian aggression. The formation of the UDCG marked a turning point in the conflict. It provided a coordinated platform for countries to channel their support, ensuring that Ukraine received the right equipment at the right time. The initial focus was on providing Ukraine with immediate military aid, including anti-tank weapons, anti-aircraft systems, and small arms ammunition. These weapons proved crucial in halting the Russian advance and inflicting heavy casualties on the invading forces. As the conflict evolved, so too did the UDCG's support. Recognizing that Ukraine needed a long-term solution to deter future aggression, the group shifted its focus to providing more advanced weaponry and training. This included sophisticated air defense systems, long-range artillery, and main battle tanks. The message was clear: the international community was committed to helping Ukraine not only survive, but thrive as a sovereign nation. The UDCG's efforts were instrumental in bolstering Ukraine's defense capabilities. But perhaps more importantly, they sent a powerful message of solidarity to the Ukrainian people. They were not alone in their fight for freedom. One of the most significant developments in the Ukraine conflict has been the proliferation of unmanned aerial vehicles, commonly known as drones. Initially viewed as a niche capability, drones have become an integral part of modern warfare, and the Ukraine conflict has served as a proving ground for their effectiveness. Ukraine, out of necessity, embraced drone technology wholeheartedly, and the impact on the battlefield has been undeniable. Prior to the invasion, Ukraine's drone industry was relatively small, consisting of a handful of companies primarily focused on civilian applications. However, the war spurred a surge in domestic drone production as Ukrainian companies and entrepreneurs raced to meet the military's growing demand. The number of private companies involved in drone production skyrocketed, highlighting the Ukrainian tech sector's agility and ingenuity. Ukrainian drone developers benefited from the country's strong tradition of engineering and software development. Unburdened by bureaucratic red tape, these startups were able to rapidly design, prototype, and deploy new drone models tailored to the specific needs of the Ukrainian military. This agile approach allowed Ukraine to keep pace with the evolving battlefield dynamics and stay ahead of Russian countermeasures. The widespread use of drones in Ukraine has been a game-changer. They have provided Ukrainian forces with invaluable situational awareness, allowing them to track enemy movements, identify targets, and direct artillery fire with pinpoint accuracy. Drones have also been effective in offensive operations, equipped with guided munitions to strike enemy tanks, armored vehicles, and command posts. Recognizing the need to formalize and accelerate the burgeoning defense tech sector, Ukraine took a bold step in the spring of 2023 by establishing Brave One. This initiative was more than just a funding mechanism. It represented a paradigm shift in Ukraine's approach to defense innovation. Brave One was designed as a dynamic ecosystem, a melting pot where the brightest minds from the private sector, government agencies and the military could come together to develop and deploy cutting-edge defense technologies. The cluster's primary focus was on areas where Ukraine had a clear technological edge, such as unmanned systems, artificial intelligence, and secure communications. One of Brave One's key strengths was its ability to cut through bureaucratic red tape, which often stifles innovation in traditional defense industries. The cluster fostered a culture of collaboration and knowledge sharing, allowing Ukrainian companies to leverage each other's expertise and accelerate the development cycle. This agile approach proved critical in getting new technologies to the front lines quickly, where they could make a tangible difference in the fight against Russian aggression. Brave One quickly became a symbol of Ukrainian resilience and ingenuity. It attracted attention from international investors and defense companies eager to tap into Ukraine's growing tech sector. The cluster's success demonstrated that even in the midst of war, Ukraine was committed to building a brighter future through innovation. While drones have taken center stage, the transformation of Ukraine's defense industry extends far beyond unmanned systems. The influx of Western military aid has provided Ukraine with access to a wide array of advanced weaponry, significantly enhancing its ability to counter Russian aggression. This influx of technology has presented both opportunities and challenges as Ukraine works to integrate these systems into its existing military doctrine. One of the most significant developments has been the provision of sophisticated air defense systems from NATO countries. These systems have significantly degraded Russia's ability to conduct effective air operations, denying them air superiority and protecting Ukrainian cities from aerial bombardment. The arrival of these systems marked a turning point in the conflict, shifting the balance of power in the skies. In addition to air defense, Ukraine has received a steady stream of heavy weaponry, including main battle tanks, armored fighting vehicles, and long-range artillery systems. These systems have not only bolstered Ukraine's defensive capabilities, but have also allowed it to conduct successful counteroffensives, liberating territory previously occupied by Russian forces. The integration of Western military technology has not been without its challenges. Training Ukrainian troops on these new systems has required significant time and resources. Moreover, ensuring interoperability between Western and Soviet-era systems has been a complex logistical and technical undertaking. Despite these hurdles, Ukraine has made remarkable progress in absorbing and deploying these new capabilities. Section 6. A global effort. The impact of Western aid and investment. The defense of Ukraine has truly become a global effort. The Ukraine Defense Contact Group, comprising nearly 50 nations, has played a pivotal role in providing Ukraine with the financial and military resources it needs to resist Russian aggression. The scale of this support has been unprecedented, demonstrating the international community's unwavering commitment to defending Ukraine's sovereignty. As of January 2025, the UDCG has provided over $126 billion in security assistance to Ukraine. This aid has encompassed a wide range of military equipment, from small arms and ammunition to sophisticated air defense systems, long-range artillery, and main battle tanks. Critically, the assistance has not been limited to providing equipment. It has also included extensive training programs to ensure Ukrainian forces can effectively operate and maintain these advanced systems. Beyond direct military aid, the U.S. and its partners have invested heavily in bolstering their own defense industrial bases to meet the long-term security needs of Ukraine and replenish their own stockpiles. This investment has revitalized defense industries across the West, creating jobs and fostering innovation as companies ramp up production to meet the increased demand. The collective effort of the UDCG has not only been instrumental in bolstering Ukraine's defense capabilities, but has also sent a powerful message of deterrence to Russia and other potential aggressors. The world has made it clear that attempts to redraw borders by force will be met with swift and decisive consequences. Section 7. The Road to Europe. Strategic Integration and the Future of Ukrainian Defense. The Russian invasion has dramatically accelerated Ukraine's integration with the European community and NATO. While Ukraine's aspirations for NATO membership predate the invasion, the conflict has underscored the need for closer security cooperation and interoperability between Ukraine and its Western partners. This integration has had a profound impact on the future trajectory of Ukraine's defense industry. One of the most significant aspects of this integration has been the push for interoperability between Ukrainian and NATO military systems. This involves not only adopting NATO standards for equipment and procedures, but also fostering closer collaboration on defense planning, logistics, and intelligence sharing. Ukraine's participation in NATO exercises has increased significantly, providing valuable opportunities for Ukrainian forces to train alongside their counterparts from NATO countries. The integration process has also spurred significant reforms within Ukraine's defense industry. Recognizing the need to move away from Soviet-era practices, Ukraine has been working to implement Western standards of transparency, accountability, and good governance in its defense sector. These reforms are essential for attracting foreign investment and fostering trust with international partners. Ukraine's journey towards Euro-Atlantic integration is ongoing and faces challenges. However, the progress made in a relatively short period is remarkable. The conflict has served as a catalyst for deep and lasting changes in Ukraine's defense posture. Section 8. The Ethical Frontier: Navigating the Challenges of Autonomous Warfare. As Ukraine's defense industry embraces cutting-edge technologies like artificial intelligence and autonomous systems, ethical considerations come to the forefront. The development and deployment of autonomous weapon systems capable of selecting and engaging targets without human intervention raise profound moral and legal questions that demand careful consideration. Proponents of autonomous weapon systems argue that they offer several potential advantages. They can react faster than human operators, reducing the decision-making loop in the heat of battle. They are not susceptible to emotions like fear or anger, potentially reducing the likelihood of impulsive or unethical actions. Furthermore, they could reduce the risk to human soldiers, keeping them out of harm's way. However, critics raise serious concerns about the potential consequences of relinquishing control to machines. They argue that autonomous weapon systems lack the judgment and moral reasoning of human soldiers. They are unable to distinguish between combatants and civilians, potentially leading to unintended casualties. Furthermore, the deployment of such systems could lower the threshold for conflict, making wars more likely. The international community is grappling with these complex issues. While there is no consensus on the development or use of autonomous weapon systems, there is a growing recognition of the need for clear international norms and regulations to govern their development and deployment. Section 9, A New Dawn: The Future of Ukrainian Defense Innovation. The Russian invasion of Ukraine has irrevocably altered the landscape of European security. It has also served as a crucible, forging a new era of innovation and resilience within Ukraine's defense industry. As the conflict enters its fourth year, the future of Ukrainian defense innovation appears bright, driven by necessity, fueled by international collaboration, and guided by a fierce determination to defend its hard-won freedom. Ukraine's defense industry is no longer content with simply catching up to its Western counterparts. It is actively seeking to leapfrog ahead, embracing disruptive technologies and challenging conventional thinking. The focus is shifting towards developing indigenous capabilities that leverage Ukraine's strengths in software development, artificial intelligence, and unmanned systems. The goal is clear: to create a defense industry that is not only capable of defending Ukraine's sovereignty, but also contributing to the collective security of the Euro-Atlantic region. The war in Ukraine has highlighted the importance of international collaboration in defense innovation. The Ukraine Defense Contact Group has proven to be an effective mechanism for coordinating support and fostering closer ties between Ukrainian and Western defense industries. Looking ahead, strengthening these partnerships and exploring new avenues for collaboration will be crucial for maintaining Ukraine's technological edge. The future of Ukrainian defense innovation is not without its challenges. Maintaining the momentum of reform, attracting foreign investment, and retaining skilled talent will be critical for long-term success. However, the Ukrainian people have demonstrated remarkable resilience and ingenuity in the face of adversity. With continued international support and a steadfast commitment to innovation, Ukraine's defense industry is poised to play a leading role in shaping the future of European security.